G'day folks. Well, before I consign these two tyres to the scrap bin, I figured I'd demonstrate or show what happened during the hydrostatic testing and when they failed. This was the first one. This is the really old Pirelli, very hard old tyre, and what you could see in the video was there was a slight crack followed by the tread expanding and then blowing out through the back side here, like between the casing itself and the tread cap. And what's happened is a lot of these belts have snapped. Now I think I've cut some there with the knife, but inside there, the ones that you can pull out like that are radial steel belts that have snapped, and that's why the tread bulged out momentarily. All the steel belts in here, like I'd have to strip and remove all of this inner lining to find them, but you'd probably be able to find a good, probably 3/4 of the belts just snapped all of a sudden, and that was the end of that. The water found its way out through here. That was all I could see, was just this vertical split going through the inner lining, but as I cut through with the knife I found more and more fractured belts and separation and other crap. So failure was fairly slow compared with the last one, and that's where the water came out. So yeah, interesting. That one can definitely go in the bin, and this was the second one. No need to get the knife out. Failure was instantaneous. The main rear bead cable snapped clean through. That there looks like a factory cut end from the winding process, so it wasn't far off where the two cut ends lined up. That's been cut with a shear, whereas those ones there, the ends are stretched and cupped, so they're actually pulled apart rather than being cut with a shear. So that's factory end, that's snapped under extreme pressure. So yeah, failure was instantaneous. And the reason the front bead popped off is simply because it was stretched to the point where it almost failed itself. I don't know where it would have failed, probably the same sort of area where the overlap is, but it got pretty close. Likewise, the rim itself is a bit buckled. The outer lip seems to have been buckled. Yeah. And that's where the air bleed went in. The air bleed's just a tube that extended all the way up to the tread, and when you stand it up like that, the water displacement from the inlet just displaces all of the air. If this experiment was done with compressed air, completely compressed air, I probably would have found this tyre assembly in the next neighbourhood. Even with the chain, I reckon it would have snapped the chain. It would have been a hell of a bang. And that's why I do not do compressed air explosions. Not like this anyway. Maybe small things like a Coke bottle, but even then you can attract some very unwanted attention. So that's that one. I guess I better finish dismounting it and throw it all in the trailer and get rid of them. Got a whole pile of dead tyres to scrap now, so I'll do that, get it all out of the way, and be done with it, and then find more victims. Got to be some more pressure testing to do. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.